Buckle up, my browser-based buddies. It's Accountech Bytes, rounding up the news from the world of accounting technology with me, Tom Herbert. It's a bumper week of news. Let's take a run at it, shall we? And let's start by hopping across Hadrian's Wall, where our friends at FreeAgent have released a couple of floor-filling features. Firstly, find and fix, so a quicker way to correct errors in bulk, similar to find and recode over at Xero. And also a new improved management report pack. So what is new is a suite of reports combined in one package. So things like executive summary, P&L, balance sheet, etc. You can include a front cover with a title, author, and date, with plenty more coming soon. For more on this and everything else in the video, click on the link in the description. What's next? Free AI for accountants. Ring that gong. So Sage has announced that it will offer one free Sage Copilot license per practice. So Copilot is their generative AI assistant that at the moment is embedded into a number of its tools and can be used to ask questions in natural language on a variety of things. Next up, it's Acting Office. So it's not every day that a new accounting suite arrives in the large firm space, but Acting Office is backing its integrated cloud platform and automation tools to drive efficiency for those larger firms grappling with tech change and private equity consolidation. So the platform supports a range of accounting functions from bookkeeping, payroll, tax filing, accounts production, practice and document management, and more, with ambitions to challenge the existing incumbents in the space. Next up, let's head over to a little consolidation mini section and Float. So Colin Hewitt, CEO and co-founder of Float, has announced that consolidation is here in the product. So he addresses specifically issues around fractional CFOs dealing with multiple companies, different currencies, and varying scenarios, and how in their beta testing for the product, their fractional CFO customers are getting their time back. Another consolidation tool with a new feature is Mayday, which has announced Mayday HQ, a new multi-entity control panel that unifies group data and gives users a complete oversight across every entity. There's an explainer video below. From consolidation to counting up, the accounting/banking app, which has announced the launch of Smart Tax AI, a machine learning engine that automatically categorizes transactions, flags tax risk transactions, and provides tax estimates in real time. I think I mentioned this last week, but just official confirmation that full FRS 102 accounts for limited companies and LLPs is now available in Iris Elements Accounts Production. Let's head over to MTD Corner now, and with the mandation date fast approaching, I've put together a short guide on the types of tools that firms should be considering to prepare for the change. Bonus ball in the comments where some of our readers take issue with my grammar. And that is part of a wider guide that the folks at Accounting Web have put together on MTD for income tax and how to prepare your practice and your clients. You can download that special editorial report via a link in the description. Sticking on MTD, and Walters Kluwer has had HMRC recognition for its CCH firm MTD for income tax tool. What does that do? Importing income and expense data, quarterly submissions, adjustments, finalization, tax calculation, and final declaration. So the whole hog. Rounding off MTD Corner, we have Making Tax Digital in the Mainstream, where BBC's Moneybox programme welcomed HMRC Chair and Treasury Minister James Murray to the show, where Murray discussed Making Tax Digital with Paul Lewis. I noticed that in his introduction to the segment, Paul Lewis mentioned 5 tax returns a year. Now, when I did this back in 2018, HMRC went on stage and accused me of propagating fake news. So, in all seriousness, lots of good arguments and counter arguments. So do check out the show. Staying on an audio tip, and I joined our No Accounting for Taste podcast to talk about some tech trends from spring event season. Our editor Richard Hattersley broke down HMRC's move against notorious tax avoidance promoter Paul Baxendale Walker, and our deputy editor Matt Ord unpacked growing ethical concerns with the rise of artificial intelligence. So you can check that out by listening on the page or by searching for Accounting Web on your podcast player of choice. And speaking of podcasts, Matt also has a new series out, the Progressive Firm podcast. In his first episode on growth, Matt was joined by Laura Leslie of DSG and Scott Heath of DJH. OMG. One more quick FreeAgent update. And the cloud accounting platform has announced an integration with financial modeling tool Powder, where users of both tools can sync data, create rolling forecasts, budgets, and investor plans with one click. Over on Computer Weekly, Caroline Donnelly reports that HMRC's hunt for a £500 million cloud data center may be deemed anti-competitive. Payments giant Airwallex have raised a Series F funding round of $300 million at a $6.2 billion valuation. The folks at digital pensions fintech Penfold has raised $3.9 million. Congratulations to them. Now, I mentioned Xero's strong results last week. Well, their CEO, Sukhinder Singh Cassidy, joins Bloomberg Business's podcast to discuss those results and explain how the emergence of AI could help lift Xero's business to new heights. And while we're talking results, we also have some strong results from QuickBooks parent company Intuit, which reports total revenue growth of 15%. Its finance product Credit Karma revenue up 31%, and its TurboTax Live revenue up 47% to $2 billion. And finally, I'm not sure I should be admitting this, but I never really questioned why debit was DR. Dude, why? Well, apparently it's from the Latin word debere, or to owe a debt. Who knew? Certainly not me. No Latin at comprehensive school. Right, that's your lot for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you find this useful, please like, follow, or subscribe. It genuinely makes a difference. I'll be back next week from the Sage Future Conference in Atlanta. So not quite sure how that's going to look, but it'll be fun finding out. Until next week, bye for now.